Andrea, also known as Chef Twellyah. And today, um, I'm gonna go cook up something that I'm feeling hungry for. And I'm gonna take you along with me, okay? So you could be a part of my journey. Posted earlier that I was feeling hungry from some crispy tofu. And that's what I'm gonna try to whip up right now. Oops. I'm having serious challenges this morning or this afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Let's see, can I get this right? I think I've got it. Good. I was just trying to make sure that my audio is coming through good and clear because the last time I was on here, oh my goodness, talk about serious issues. hmm So I'm trying to do a couple things real quick because I'm hungry. And so because I'm hungry, I'm going to cook up something and get in my apron on. But I have a handicap today. They've turned off all the water in my building. So let's see how we get through this. Thankfully, I have bottled water in the house. And I had some water I had bottled up the last time they turned off the water. So that helped me. And I have started to prep some things. Mainly, I'm going to do a little bit of rice. So I want you guys to see me here. So my rice, it is I think I've got that as high as I'm going to get it. So I can't do as many washes as I typically do. So I had it sit in the water for a while. I may just be able to get 2 washes for this rice today. I usually do 3 or 4. I had it sit like 5 minutes. Now, I don't remember ever doing this before, but I thought, seeing as I don't have enough water, why not soak the rice? We do with so many other things, right? Hey, how's it going? Thanks for the hearts. How was your Christmas? So I'm trying to wash this rice so I can get it on to cook. Thankfully, my kettle was filled. This is a disadvantage of living in an apartment building. They can just take off the water without proper notice. So the easiest thing to do is rice. So I'm hungering for some crispy tofu. I'm going to make it up. But I also want something to go with it. A spoon of rice, a bowl of rice, and some veggies. That's what I'm going to try to do with this. Oops, there's my rice. Okay. So now, if you've seen me before, you know that my daughter has a preference when it comes to rice. So does my hubby. So I'm going to put this on to let it come to boil. Watch me putting that on without water, eh? So here we go. Adding some water. And because it's boiling water, it's good. I've just got it a little bit above the rice. And that's all I need. I'm just going to bring it to a boil. Add some salt. I'll put a little bit of olive oil in there today. Oh, I've had just a couple of ripe bananas today. I haven't eaten yet, so I'm now hungry. I'll put a piece of thyme in there, small little piece. And I have a Scotch bonnet pepper that I've put in there as well. And I'm gonna This is my water. It's like literally just peeing. And it's a slow pee, not proper water. So that's my problem right now. No water, but I'm gonna make this work. So I need to bring that to a boil. Then what I'm gonna do, just stir it up. I'm gonna add some broccoli. I think I have some fresh broccoli, guys. Yep, I do. I'm just gonna get this real quick because this is gonna save me so much hassle by just adding this on top of the rice while it's steaming. I gotta use this, but again, she's in the kitchen, so I'm not gonna complain. She's prepping food to eat. That's a good sign. And you can get your kids into the kitchen to prepare something for themselves. Hey, cause for celebration. So I have some tofu. I have two tofu that I'm using today. And that's just because I'm feeling a little piggy today, meaning that this is salt water. So I put it to sit in it for a few minutes. I have some cilantro, a piece of thyme, and a little piece of ginger. I'm going to need another pepper to use for that because I'm taking the pepper I was originally going to use. So I'm going to replace the hot pepper. Thankfully, we stocked up the other day, so I have enough of the things that I need. How was your day so far? Have you had lunch? Have you eaten? Where in the world are you? So there I go. I have my Scotch bonnet pepper replaced. I'm going to use a little bit of butter. If all fails on my water that I had stored up, it's done. I have bottled water I can use. Just make sure to stir this rice up a bit. You can see in my pot that I didn't put anything extra in, nothing really exciting. It's just the rice. Oh, I forgot to put salt. I'll be wondering later what's going on, right? I need to add a bit of salt in my pot. Hey! So I'm gonna put in some salt. Don't want too much, but enough, yeah. And can you get me the butter, please?
My hands are tickled.
Okay, never mind. Go bathroom, wash your hands. I set a bowl, a basin, whatever you want to call it. You can just soap and wash and dry. Okay, so this broccoli has been sitting in the fridge for a couple of days, well, more than a week. So this is what I don't like about veggies, like broccoli. The shelf life is very short sometimes. I'm just gonna cut this in some chunky pieces. I'm gonna rinse it. This water I had, it is salt water that I had prepped to wash the tofu earlier. I just lost a piece of broccoli. Alright, so I'm getting some chunky pieces. See that? I guess I should turn this a bit so you guys can see me cutting up the broccoli in real time. So when broccoli is freshly bought, I like to prep it and stick it in the freezer. That way, anytime I need it, I can get it. When hubby buys it, sometimes he just sticks it in the fridge and it's behind something, and I don't know what it's behind. So then I literally, as Jamaican would say, buck it up. You know, I might run into it at some point, and I'm like, oh, this was here. Yeah, that's literally what happened with the last one, too. So this is not too bad. But my pot is just about ready. Did I miss a spot? A little piece. So I think it's the entire head of broccoli, and I think because this has a hollow, I won't use it. See that? But it takes them to the top. You get the full crowns of the broccoli, and this is pretty good. So I have some frozen corn. I'm gonna just add a little bit more water in here to get a thorough rinse. I like to really rinse my veggies before I add them to the pot. So yeah, this is now ready for the veggies to go in. I'm just gonna do like what my grandma used to do when I was young. I used to see her do this. I used to wonder why she did it, but then as I got older, I got to appreciate it. So this is your way to do multiple things and get it all done in limited time. All right, I'm turning on the other stove because I'm going to move things away from here. I want this larger burner to use to do my tofu. Let me turn this down on low while I get the corn. I'm going to add some sweet corn to that. And then I'm going to put the broccoli and then a little bit of butter on top. And then I'm going to slide it over onto the other burner and allow it to steam out for me while the other stuff are cooking. And this makes me get my carbohydrates, both complex and simple, and my protein dish. This is frozen solid. All within 15 to 20 minutes. All right. So I'm just pouring the corn directly in. Have a layer of corn next to the rice. And this makes for easy cook. You could try it too. I'm just gonna go ahead. You can see the corn there. Just spread the corn evenly. I see one that looks like it's going bad. I haven't made it into the package. I've removed it. Just like that, you can see I don't have anything extra in there. Just the corn. And now I'm gonna go ahead and add the broccoli on top. So I just rinse and drain. And I'm adding it right over the top. Simple, easy way to get all that you need. And that's a lot of broccoli, I know. But I love broccoli. We're a broccoli family. I'm not really, I'm just saying that. But yeah, my husband loves broccoli. I love broccoli. I prefer raw or steamed broccoli or in a stir fry. But rather than let the broccoli sit there and waste, I just decide to just use it all up in one go. And you can see broccoli is all the way up to the top now, right? It's all the way at the top. And just like that, so now I'm gonna add a little butter over the top. I know I said a little. It's not a little, it's a lot. My daughter loves this, so I'm doing it for her. Hubby likes it too. Now, to prevent it from burning, I'm going to just slide it over to the other burner. Because for whatever reason, my large element likes to flare up. And it is what it is. because I know it does that. I just avoid doing certain dishes on it. Just turning off that element. So that one is now, it's at 4. That should be fine to steam it out. Just gonna get a little bit of basil. I'm just gonna sprinkle that over the top. Yeah. I'll put a bit of oregano as well. And that way I get some nice flavors being infused into the broccoli. I'm gonna put a piece of parchment paper. This will lock in the steam completely so that everything gets steamed in perfectly. Slide this forward just a bit. And uncover it and locking it in. Yep. And that should be fine. And now I'm gonna get my stove a little cleaned up because it got a bit messy there because I was rushing. Just grab a piece of paper. I'm just wiping off around the burner. I can't touch the element clearly because it was just super hot. But I can clean around any spillage that I got because I was rushing to put it all together. I'll wipe it up. Alrighty. So now for my pot to put on for the crispy tofu that I want to whip up. I'm just going to grab that real quick. Picked up this pot at Walmart the other day. What I really need to get is some, what's the term? I can't remember. What are those called again? Cast iron. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Either getting stainless steel or cast iron pot. The non-sticks are convenient, yeah, but it's not the same as a cast iron pot or a stainless steel pot. So there's still some heat in the element. So I'm just going to allow that to warm the pot. And I'll toss these out. Okay, now that I've cleared that, let's see if the water's back. Nope, still not. Oh, cold water's back. That's good. Great. Alrighty, put a little bit of butter and the corn. Yeah, so I'm excited. See that the water is back. It's a good thing. Well, I don't think it's back because the force, the flow is very, still very, very low. So that's not, it seems as if it was, but it's not really bad. But maybe whatever they were doing, why they needed to turn it off, is being resolved. So we should be getting it back soon because earlier there was absolutely zero flow. Okay. So already, now I'm going to show you how I prep my tofu. Just brought the camera a little closer so you can see me doing it in real time. And it's nothing special. I'm just going to block a tofu. I usually squeeze it and make sure there's no water. If you want to, you can like use a paper towel or a kitchen towel, but I'm just breaking it. I like to start at the edge, and that's all I do with it. Break it up. Some pieces gonna be bigger than others, but who cares? It's all going the same place. Okay, and I'm gonna do the other one now. Same thing, because I put in the drainer earlier. The excess water in the tofu should have pretty much drained off. I find when you break it, okay. So I use I'm going to explain or give you the backstory to this. So I've always used tofu, but I'm very plain Jane with tofu. My tofu has always tasted good. That has never been the issue. It's just the way in which I prepare it has always been standard. Wash, drain, slice, and dice, and cook. That's how I've always done tofu. But then recently, I came across someone on YouTube who talked about breaking your tofu and that it gives a different flavor when you break the tofu versus when you slice or dice the tofu. And then I started doing that and I discovered that, well, I tried it once and I found the flavors in my tofu was just so good. This tofu is pretty bland, so it's up to you what you want to put on your tofu. Always start with a bit of salt. This gives a very good flavor to your tofu, cardamom. So, well, it gives a good flavor to anything you're making. It's a warm flavor. It's not, I find it's not really distinct, but it's good. This is ground cumin. Now, cumin, oh, combined with the cardamom, oh, it gives such a warm, hearty taste to your food. So I personally put it on it. You don't have to do this. So I make sure I tell you. You don't have to. You can just do plain. I have always used turmeric. I love using turmeric. So today I feel inclined to add a bit on there. But when you're doing this dish that I'm doing now, you don't have to do any of these stuff that you see me doing. I'm putting a bit of the Korean chili flakes. And I guess I'm in my feelings today. So that's why I'm going all in with all these stuff. So what you can do when you're using turmeric is do black pepper. I like to do the fresh dried because it brings out that power ingredient that's in your turmeric. I'm using a little bit of ginger powder, although I'm going to put the real ginger in. So I just use my good old trusty lemon zester, and I use that to shred the ginger into these really tiny little pieces so it gets incorporated better into whatever I'm doing. I saw someone using their zester to grate something one day, and I'm like, wait a minute, I've been missing out on this. That's a cool trick. So ever since I've been using my zester to do these fine grates. You can do it for your garlic and your onions if you want to. Because I have a sensitivity to those, I don't readily use them. But I love the flavors that they bring to the meal. So I've got everything I need in here except for my thyme and my cilantro. Those are not yet added. And I'm going to put a scotch bonnet pepper in there too. So I've already washed my cilantro and my thyme in some salted water So right now I'm just doing a quick hand chop with it. You can chop it up on your cutting board or whatever surface that you have that you're working with. I've been cooking since I was a kid. So I realize now that I do a lot of these stuff in my hand quickly because it's convenient. It's faster. Let's put it that way. It's way faster than you need to pull out a cutting board and chop chop. Hi there. Sorry I missed your comments. How you doing today? Where are you watching me from? Uh, good 62. Sorry, good 6254. I'm Andrea. Welcome to Twellah's World. My channel is called TP Vegan Cuisine because I primarily do vegetarian and vegan dishes. So here is my time. I'll take off some of those because when I can get those small pieces into the tofu, it gives for a much sweeter taste. The thyme smells so good. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna add a little sprig here. And I'm gonna just cut this pepper. We're okay with heat in this family. If you're not, I wouldn't suggest you cut it up because pepper can be very spicy, especially Scotch bonnet pepper. Ooh. So I'm just cutting it up in there. Just a half. The other half I leave intact. Technically it's not intact because it's cut in half, right? Yeah. So we like spice. So we do put a bit into our foods. And now that I have everything I need, all I just do, I usually just shake the bowl, but because I have the gloves on, I'll just rub it in. Just get it all mingled, all that goodness. In terms of warm spice, you could put a bit of nutmeg or star anise. I think I'll drop a little bit of star anise. That is what the cumin reminds me of. Not the cumin, but the, why am I forgetting the name now? That very first spice I added, that would be the cardamom. It reminds me of star anise. I'm fetching a little bit if I can find it. Yeah, I found that. I'm gonna add a little bit of cinnamon to this. I don't know. That's what I feel like today. I think the cinnamon will complement the cardamom. I won't put the nutmeg, but nutmeg can be added. It gives a very nice, rich flavor to your dish. So this is now ready for the pot. This is completely ready to go into my pot. So there are 3 things that I will add when I do this. I'm just going to move the camera a little bit away now so you guys can see better while I go about doing this. Making sure this is on the screen pretty good. Yeah, you can see it. Wonderful. So now I'm going to turn on the heat on my pot. Get this pot warmed. And I'm going to get some oil in it. And once that is ready, I'm going to add some oil. And today I think I'm going to use, I'm making sure I have my vinegar and my soy sauce and my maple syrup. Those are the things that get added with this crispy tofu. I do want an onion to go in here. I can find one. Yeah, so I found an onion. Just gonna wash it off real quick so I can use it in the pot. I need some sesame oil. Ah, I thought we had sesame oil. Baby girl, do we have sesame oil? Can you help me find it, please? Yeah, please and thank you. Come check, please. So that probably now completely finished. So I probably have to use a bottle of water.
So this is me?
Yeah, but those are empty. Can you look down below?
No, this is it.
Oh, there's a little bit there. But I think there's a full one. That's not where you look. You're being lazy because you found just a little bit.
You want more? Look what you did.
Can you get a mop for me, please?
Oh,
Thank you. You see, all that happened because you weren't listening to me. You hear me, guys? I blamed her for me not paying attention and spilling water all over the floor. That was so bad. Yeah. All right, so I need to get myself the oil to go into this pot. That's what I need. Yeah, this is almost ready. Thank you, sweetie. Just a little bit of excess water. Not have to dry up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're such a gem.
thank you.
Alrighty. I pray not. Can you hand me the coconut oil, please?
Where's the coconut water?
On the table.
Coconut water?
Oil.
Oh.
Thank you. Alrighty, so grabbing a wooden spoon. Yeah, this is very hot now. Way too hot. I don't need it to be that hot. I got my coconut oil. Alrighty. Get ready to rumble. Now, the thing about the oils that I'm using today, they both overheat really quickly. I'm combining some coconut oil with some, it's cold here in Toronto, right? When you see the oil all sleeped up like this, you know it's cold. So I'm going to use some coconut oil. I somehow feel I need a little bit more. I'll just use all that I take out initially. And I'm going to use the sesame oil. So I get this Asian Caribbean fusion thing happening. That's my reason for doing the blend. But I love the taste when I have the blend. So here we go. I'll put the onion in that. And I'm using the old onion because I've turned on the rice that's steaming. I'll have the other half of the pepper in here. I usually like to put it face down. So that's ready. And I'll still put a little bit of salt in the oil, not much. Just a little. This is like a real pinch of oil. Salt. And I'll put a simmer of the ground cumin. Now, I usually add my fermenter, my ground fermenter, but that finished and I haven't gotten around to grinding anymore. So I'm just using a little bit of the Caribbean allspice. And that's all I'll use for spice in the oil. Can you hear that sizzle? Is that satisfying, super satisfying if you ask me. And because I have a big enough pot, I can put it all in at once. I don't have to do it in stages. So here we go. So the cilantro, little pieces, the hot pepper little pieces, that's all in there too. Now let this cook. I want you guys to be able to see full into my pot. Are you seeing it okay? Hi. I should be watching the food. I hear you. I started my rice on this burner, and this burner has the habit of flaring out. I wish I had some fresh spinach. I love cooking tofu and including fresh spinach. Here's my other pot. While that is cooking up, I'm gonna try to shift this so you can see the other pot I have over here. And I'm gonna check that to see how it's coming along. I didn't set a timer and I wasn't tracking it. So should have been at least 10 minutes. Ah, that looks great. That looks fantastic. Just gonna be forced to stir that up a bit. Nice big fork. Now let's see if the water's back. Nope, it's still the same. But at least I got some I can use. The smell is fantastic. The rice, look at that. It looks perfect, but it smells a bit like it was burnt before I slide it over. Because that hickory flavor is coming up at me now. Yeah, the rice is perfection. And I get a little bit of the corn to see. The corn looks to be almost ready. Let me check. The corn is good. It's ready. The broccoli needs a little bit more time. So I have it on low now. It's down to 2. That should be fine. I'm not able to fluff the rice properly because I put this stuff on top. But I can give it a little poke. Yeah, that rice looks to be perfection. So I'll just leave it. A way to cheat this, if you want to, is you can just pour it out into a glass or a casserole and stick it in your oven. You cover it. The flavor of the pepper and the rice came through really good. So that Scotch bonnet, it's doing its job in there. Now moving back, you can see the tofu. I noticed most of the tofu has gotten that The side that was done anyway. Not that really rich golden texture. I'm just gonna make sure I flip it all. I might just use the fork just because it's easier. You guys see my face? Yeah, yeah. I have a sensitivity to the garlic and the onion, so while I use them, I don't typically dice them up if I'm going to consume. Ooh, I got a hiccup. Yeah, that's good coloring. Because of the tendency of this element to flare up, I prefer to try and get it cooked. Everything gets cooked at the medium. And then for the final step, which I need to do, I'll turn up the stove a little bit. But I like to get the colors on all the sides before I go ahead and add the last couple things, which are the red wine vinegar, the soy sauce. I use this red wine vinegar. I got it at Healthy Planet. I also got this soy sauce at Healthy Planet. I think they're both sell at No Frills and the other supermarkets around town. Maple syrup is almost done in this bottle, but I'll still drain it. And if I feel like I want to add some more sweetness, I'll open the new bottle. Although I think it's because of the red wine vinegar, even if I put a good amount of maple syrup in this dish, I never readily taste that sweetness. Instead, I get the contrast of the flavor from the vinegar and the soy sauce. I don't worry about that too much.
It's all good up in here.
I smell it up good up in here. Is that what you're saying? Oh, baby girl is ready to come and dive in. So yeah, it's coming on good. So see, I didn't do the typical cut with the tofu. I just broke it with my hand, and it gives a richness to the dish that you wouldn't get otherwise. So now you have all these raggedy looking angles, but they're unique in that the flavors get trapped in them, right? And when you break or bite into this tofu, it's rich, soft. If the moisture still there, which is super important for me. What I hate the most when people make tofu dishes, that when you go to eat the tofu, it's super dry. Unless I'm wanting a dry tofu, like I mean intentionally go about preparing a dry tofu, I want my tofu to have that moisture. When I bite into it, it should be soft. It should just be a flavor explosion in my mouth. I'm one of those picky vegetarians. The one that a salad won't do. And I don't know why. Everyone makes salad and just toss some onion and lettuce together and say, oh, we have salad. We have vegetarian dish. No. Vegetarianism is actually a real thing. Helps me to put better effort into it. So I'm just gonna make sure I put the lid on for just a few minutes, mainly because I want to lock in the flavor on it. But I find that when I cover my dishes, especially tofu, it makes it so much better. Because the moisture is trapped. So once the moisture is trapped, it means therefore that you're gonna get. Ooh, water looks to be back. Yeah, that's full on water force, right, guys? Can you hear that water? Seems to be back. Now let's see if this hot water is doing the same thing. Yes, they brought back the water. Water is back. Okay, so that's a good thing. Means that I can refill my kettle and get some water boiling for the next thing I'm gonna do. Okay, my 2 minutes are up, and I'm gonna show you guys how I do this. I drain the steam directly to the pot, and now this is ready. I'm taking out that onion because I don't want it to burst open in there. I'm taking out that half of hot pepper. I'm gonna mix it up to six. I'm not gonna say it. Let's say I'll bring it up to 8. I know these kids have been stuck saying this phrase for the longest time. Ooh. Oh, I thought for a second it was Deb because I was shaking and I wasn't feeling it, but yeah, I still have. So I'm gonna just turn up the heat. I'm just gonna add a little bit of red wine vinegar. Are you hearing that sizzle? Oh my goodness. That smells so good. Woo. That, oh, richness. Mm-mm-mm. And it's free, guys. Now I'm gonna use, this is organic tamari by Sanjay. The fennel was low sodium. So that was part of what sold me on it. So I get the richness of the soy sauce without all the salt that's typically associated with soy sauce. Oh my goodness. That Haitian fusion is happening right now. And it smells so good. And look at the colors that have been transformed. This tofu is no longer just a golden. It's like brown and gold. I'm drizzling in the last of my maple syrup from this bottle. I think I need to add a little bit more. Just so that the flavors will pop better. And that's final. Okay. I think I'll be open this. He said that I made this sorrow too fresh. I think I have a sweet tooth. We're not supposed to be drinking these things too sweet. So what I told him, you could add a little bit of maple syrup if you still felt the sorrow was too fresh. And I guess he did. So that's a PC maple syrup. If you're a vegetarian, this is something you can definitely explore doing for your family. This, I use two blocks of tofu, and that can easily go for a family of 4. Yeah, we're a family of 3, and this usually serves us for 2 servings. That's because it's so rich that when we start eating, we can't eat too much of that. So that's done, just like that. It's done. So I would plate and eat. And turn off the heat on it. I can get a plate just to show you guys how it looks plated. Hey babes, you came in good time. I just finished cook. You want something to eat?
Sure.
Do you guys hear that? Hubby just walked in the door just as I'm done. And I'm like, do you want something to eat? And he's like, sure. So now I'm kind of debating how I should plate this. The reason I'm debating is because I like plating to look appetizing. So tell me, what do you think? Should I put the tofu in the bowl, the small bowl, or put the rice in the small bowl? Let me know what you think. What should I do? Which one should go in the bowl? Tofu or the rice or veggies? Which one you think would look better in the bowl? All right, I think I'm gonna put the veggies in the bowl. Okay. I'll put the veggies in the bowl. Mostly this is all fully steamed up for Abby, the way he likes it. I know I will eat it just fine like this, but I'm plating it for him after all, so I want it to look and be good. Yeah, I think that's a good amount of broccoli, don't you? Get a spoon to scoop up some of that. Yeah, maybe I can give him another piece of broccoli. Can you hear the wind outside, guys? It is so windy here today. We've been having weird with weather all week. So now I just need to spoon out some of this rice and corn for him. I just realized I left that on the heat. I didn't intend to. Got myself a rice spoon here. So the rice and the corn, you can just call it one family. Right? I forgot to turn off the rice pot. So there we got it. And I'm just gonna cover this up. My daughter will play hers a little differently. And that's okay. Now I'm gonna get out some of this goodness for hubby. I want it to go right here. see about getting it on that plate. This plate is hot now because I put the rice in there. So you see that? Do you want some? Doesn't that look good? So just like that, lunch is ready and lunch is served. And that's my hubby's lunch. Yeah. So maybe I'm gonna take a pause from doing live streaming, grab something to eat, and then come back for the next thing I want to do and show you guys how to do that. Right? Are you gonna eat?
Yeah. Who do you think I am? Oh gosh.
Does that look good?
Yeah, that's for me. That's for Dad. Dad.
Your dad?
I guess. I like that aroma.
I know that aroma is looking good.
That aroma is looking good.
Yeah,
Aroma.
I know. I know
Looks
what
good.
I know what I said.
Okay. Are you sure you know what you said?
Yeah, I'm sure I know what I said.
Okay.
I said aroma as in smell. I know. I know you were saying it because I'm talking about how it looks.
Water's back. Cold
Yeah.
water's back. That's what you said,
Both of them.
right?
And I didn't top it, so I'm just gonna put a seed. Where's the sesame seed? White sesame seed. Oh, I found that. I didn't put any. I usually put it on when I put it in the dish.
Okay. How am I gonna get the rice on?
So you can take it from the side. The live stream is still live, by the way, just so you know.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sprinkling a little bit of this white sesame and hubby's tofu. And that's ready for him to eat. I think I want to dish out something for myself too. I think I want to have a bite.
But I'm like,
Yes, that's yours. All yours, babes. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I feel good about this every podcast.
All the spoons we were looking for in our bag.
What's me? I can't see I have asked you, I said, no, sir.
I said not in my room. I said not in my room.
All right. Shift, can you shift a little bit? I just wanna. This is me plating for myself.
Is there any sauce in there?
No, not really. Just a little bit of the. I think I want this much. Yeah. I think I want that much. Now for some sesame, white sesame. You want any of the white sesame?
Yes, please.
You can take anything you want out of
Yeah,
here.
I know. I'm just looking.
Let me. You're not taking any broccoli?
What do you see right there?
No, I don't see no broccoli.
What about right here? And here,
Those
and
little,
here. That's broccoli.
little teeny bit. It's not.
Ooh, that's how you get it.
Okay, I got what I was craving for. You want a little bit of the
Oil?
It's not just oil. It's soy sauce and um, oil and maple syrup. Yeah, I could have done the sauce. All right. No,
Okay, I'm gonna.
I think it all stuck to the tofu.
Yeah.
So just like that. I got my bowl. Hear me, bowl. It's not bowl. It's a plate. Oh, oh. And I'm gonna get most of the broccoli. I'll get a little bit of corn and rice too. But I'm mostly for the broccoli right now. This is a perfect dish. See that? I've gotten corn. And I've gotten broccoli. And I've gotten my tofu. My crispy, delicious, succulent, soft tofu. And for those of you who doubt it, I'm going to show you. So this is a piece of tofu. Look how it's popping. See how it's popping? The crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. Crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. Look at that. Super soft on the inside. And because I'm being lazy and not getting a knife to cut this, I'm going to try and rip it. See? Just like that. Scrumptious. So good. I'm going to stuff my face for a while, guys. Some corn. A little bit of rice. So good. This is a dish that those people who love eating meat will enjoy. Because the crispiness and all the flavors that are locked in on the outside, and then that soft, succulent inner part of the tofu. And by far, one of my favorite things to eat. Thank you so much for stopping by. We're just going to say bye-bye until later.